Okay, so now that we've established who the Cougars are and who the Pumas are, although I wish there was another name and it wasn't like Pumas. Like, couldn't it be cheetahs?
I have a feeling a cheetah is something we don't even know.
I haven't found any either. I just want to look cool.
Yeah,
I
think it's more about like finding what fits your body.
Yeah.
And what you feel comfortable in, and also what speaks to your personality.
We need to get her ass in here so she could tell us if she liked it or not.
Yeah, she's definitely going to be a guest because she has some really good, impeccable taste. She's also got some wild stories that we're going to make her tell us because she's a little bit drunk. She's a little bit more on the reserved side. Hey guys, welcome back to the Let's Say More podcast. I am Solange.
I'm Ava.
Today we are going to be chatting a little bit about self-care, fashion, style, lesbian stereotypes, dating Cougars or Pumas, dating outside of our age ranges.
Are you a Cougar or a Puma?
You a Cougar or a Puma? I'm a Cougar.
I'm a Puma?
You're a Puma.
I hate those shoes, but I guess I'm a...
That's a good idea. I'm going to get you those.
No.
As a gift.
No, I will re-gift them to you.
They're coming back in style.
Whose style?
Oh, now see, we're going to be talking about style. No. That's a good segue.
I'm good.
All right. So we recently, talking about self-care, went on a Botox date.
Not a coffee date, but a Botox date.
Yeah, a Botox date.
So LA.
It is so LA.
So LA.
It really is. We went and got our refreshers.
I can't even move my forehead.
You can't move your forehead. This is Ava's second time getting a little Botox. Her first time was quite comical. You wanna tell him, Boo?
Yeah, because it was for the wedding and I didn't know what an eyebrow lift was. And I didn't know. And I remember sitting at home and I was about to FaceTime you because I looked at myself and I looked like that cartoon character where her eyebrows are like drawn on, but like really high. And I was like, I'm not about to get married like this. And I was freaking out. And I sent you a whole video about it.
Yeah, because you're not supposed to do your touch-ups until like 2 weeks after your initial appointment. And you were like, I think like a day or two shy from that. And you were leaving, I think that same weekend?
Yes.
And it was like a Thursday, I think, that you sent it to me or something like that. I was dying laughing. If I find that video, I'm gonna have to share it on Instagram
with them, but
for the boos to see.
Yeah, and I had to go, and I was like, I need you to drop it, and I didn't know what I was talking about.
I was like, you have to go and just tell her to drop them. She's like, what?
Yeah, and then she just like did a little,
just a little bing,
and then it dropped, and I was like, oh shit, okay, this is pretty cool, and then. Yeah, I liked how it smoothed everything out. I really liked it.
It's kind of funny because I'm very much like into health and wellness and that kind of stuff and being very adamant about what I put into my body to an extent. I'm not like crazy neurotic about it.
I mean, because we are putting toxins in our body, right?
But that's where I guess I would say that's where I draw the line. Like
That's like saying like pick your poison. So
yeah,
that's the poison
I'm picking.
The Botox, the poison.
That is the poison I'm picking. Botox is my poison. So I'm good everywhere else.
Yeah.
And then the Botox is where I splurge a little.
It's the 80-20 rule.
Yeah. And it's not even that much. I mean, I just get a little bit on the forehead. You'll notice in our previous videos, much more wrinkly than I am today.
They'll be like, dang, what happened to them? We sound better.
We look better.
We look better. Our topics are funnier.
Yeah.
They're like, dang, they're not shy anymore.
Yeah.
Ava finally opened up. Not like a fucking clam that all of you were complaining about. Here we are.
Well, they haven't heard our sex episodes yet. Woo, talk about opening up.
Well, that could be taken in a lot of different ways.
Exactly. All right. So talking about self-care, Boo, what's your self-care routine?
Well, a few years ago started to get facials from my wonderful facialist. And I had Fernanda's friend actually referred me to her. Shout out to Lorenza for that one. And I go every 8 weeks, and then I have rosacea. So she has me on like a certain regimen, skincare routine with a line that it specializes in rosacea. Mm-hmm. It's something I think it's never going to go away for me. It's just keeping it under control. But Yeah, I do all that morning. I have my morning routine, and then at night I have my night routine, and try to keep the skin as hydrated as possible. A lot of water, a lot of
Yeah.
water,
I don't drink enough.
a lot of water. So I learned that the hard way because when you go get a facial, they like to extract your skin.
Yeah. See, I like to extract. I don't like
Oh,
it
you
when
liked? Oh, should I?
I love that pimple popping shit.
Yeah. So if your face is really dry, then it hurts, or she just can't do it. So I have a little contest with myself to see how hard I can make it for her as far as
Finding something.
finding something now. So now my skin is very hydrated, but she gets frustrated because there's not a lot to pop anymore.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. And I think that has a lot to do with eating habits. And I've started to take creatine.
Oh, yeah. Me too.
And
Me too.
creatine has really done wonders for my face. I know a lot of women have that whole stereotype that creatine is only for men, but it actually is a great supplement for women.
I agree. I've noticed a huge difference in my body. Like, I haven't been working out as much as I probably should be. I'm getting back into it, but I noticed a huge difference when I started taking
As
the
she's
creatine.
flexing her muscles over here.
No, I started taking creatine and I noticed a huge difference when I started lifting, that I was gaining muscle much faster than prior to. So creatine is it's huge. It's really good for you. It's the most studied supplement ever. So I started taking creatine. I noticed a huge difference in my muscles, but then I started to notice a difference in my cognitive health too,
Yeah.
which is great because as we're getting older, I guess I don't really have that excuse though, because I've always had memory problems. But as you start getting older,
she
your
plays
memory
that
starts
card.
to go.
Well, I like to call it selective memory because some things, you have to act like you don't really remember. No, but it is good.
Especially when you have a wife.
She's going to kill you for that one. No, babe, I remember everything. But don't you worry. I remember it all. No, but I mean, creatine, I think, is great. I'm not going to plug the supplement that I use because people should
No,
use
you
whatever.
should find your own. And until we start getting paid, we're not plugging anything.
We're not plugging anything. If you want to pay us,
Then we'll plug. Only products that we believe in, though.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, for a little change, I might do some strange things. Kidding, joking. What's your self-care routine?
My self-care routine is actually surprisingly pretty simple. I don't really have too much. I really need to get better about my skincare routine as far as being more adamant about it. Like, I wash my face every morning, usually after I work out. But I have a hard time doing a skincare routine at night. So like if I put anything on, I'll take it off, but I don't necessarily go into like night creams and retinols and all this stuff. So I recently started doing that. And I've recently noticed now that I'm getting older, like I turned 40 and I literally noticed the difference overnight. It is insane. I looked in the mirror and I was like, oh my God, what is that? And what is that? And what happened here? And where did all my collagen go? So I have started getting a little bit more into doing more of like resurfacing, and I want to look into doing more. I'm really into like the natural stuff. So like the PRF, which is your own plasma for those that don't know, and it goes in and it pretty much stimulates collagen. So that is something that I'm really into doing. And I kind of want to maybe dabble in Sculptra, which is something else that kind of regenerates collagen. But all of these things are more on the natural side. I'm not really into the fillers and that kind of thing. I don't want to change the shape of my face, and I don't want to look all weird when I'm older and look like a cat lady.
Oh,
That's just not my
she's
jam.
a trip.
Yeah,
She's a trip.
No, I don't. That's like my biggest fear. Looking good for my age is my goal. Also, I feel like it's a little bit of a. I don't want to say. It's not as common in the lesbian community, I've noticed, for women to kind of take care of themselves.
I've noticed
as
the same. You know how I go down that weird algorithm in Instagram and I send you this like weird stuff?
Yeah, she sends me some fucking weird shit.
It is. But I mean, I need to laugh with someone about it. So then there are these women where I'm like, oh, I don't want to go that route.
My opinion is that I think that because a lot of these women that we're talking about tend to be a little bit more on the masculine side, there's this stigma of like not really needing to put the effort into yourself.
Why
I think.
do you think like because we assume men don't put the effort into
I
them?
think that's what it might be, or they think that it's too feminine, or I don't know. I mean, I can speak for myself. I used to be way more masculine than I am now. I felt like there were things that I was like willing to do and willing to try, and then things that I was like, no, that's too girly. I'm not doing that. Like SPF, definitely something I think general population would do. Washing your face, putting on some moisturizer, but anything aside, like anything added to that, just always felt like it was like a really girly thing to do for me.
Oh, okay.
It was like, oh, all right, well, I don't know if I'm going to go get facials, or I don't know if I'm going to go do this. And now that I've gotten older and I've, matured and I've become more in touch with my feminine side, I'm like, hell yeah, I'm going to go get a facial. I'm going to go do laser. I'm going to do some Botox. I'm going to do some Sculptra or PRF or PRP or whatever, microneedling, anything that's going to keep the skin looking young and refreshed.
Nah, I'll do the facials. I'll do the Botox once in a while. My mom has really good skin, but I think that's because she never drank or anything. So I feel like that's what she does. One routine I wish I could do or get into is the gua sha.
Oh, I do that. I do that too.
I want to get into that. I know it's really good. I have so many of them at home. Ferns bought me some. I bought myself some. I just haven't done it.
I went to, the day of my birthday party, I went to this place called Face Gym in West Hollywood.
I've heard of this place.
Oh my God.
I've heard of it.
My face looked so snatched. It was crazy.
They snatch it?
They snatched it.
And how long do you stay snatched for, though?
It lasts about a week or so.
Oh, about a week.
I mean, basically what they do is they do like an intense like massage of your face, and they drain, drain all the fluid out of your face, so then your face isn't as puffy.
Yeah.
And then she did this like CO2, I think it was like a CO2
like oxygen?
But it was like really cold.
Oh, okay.
And it gives you kind of that glass face look. I loved it.
I don't want a glass face.
Oh my God, it was amazing. But I have really dry skin. So for me, it helps so much with the moisture and kind of like making my skin look a little bit more refreshed, I guess I would say.
Okay. Yeah, if I did a glass face, then you wouldn't laugh at all my facial expressions I give you all the time.
No, it's not glass face like you're frozen.
Well, then
it's glass face like your skin. You haven't seen... Never mind. I'm not even going to go into it.
Well, send it to me. Change my algorithm on Instagram, please.
Oh, man. So, Boo, let me ask you.
What?
How did you find your style?
I don't know if I want to share the story on how I found it, but I guess I have to be open, right? I had a really hard time trying to figure it out because, growing up, there weren't people I looked up to that were women that I was like, oh, I like what they're wearing because they didn't dress like me. I was very like tomboyish my whole life. And then when you're dating someone, you want to impress them.
Yeah.
So that was kind of difficult too. Like I just felt like I was wearing the same thing all the time. And I was getting tired of it. So I remember going like on Pinterest and I put in like tomboy attire, and it comes up with like suits, like girls in like dress shirts tucked into like slacks and stuff. And I'm like, I'm not doing that.
You're like, I don't work in an office.
And my boobs are too big. Like it's just awkward. I'm not doing that. So then it wasn't until I started watching Love Island.
Oh my God, you and this fucking Love Island.
Listen, it has so many purposes. So many. Just, you should try it. I saw the guys on there and their outfits. I was like, dang, like I like that shirt. Like I really liked how they dressed. It was really clean.
Isn't it like island wear? Aren't they always on an island?
So during the day, they're in swimsuits. And then at night, when they're having like
they're in nighttime island clothes.
Well, yeah, but like nice attire. And they're like, they can only have like one alcoholic beverage. So they all meet out outside and they all dress up. The girls all do their makeup, put on their fake eyelashes, their caterpillars, and they're, fix up their wigs. And then they go outside. And the men are just like, I don't know, they just put on their like best island attire. And I just really liked it. I mean, we're in Cali, so it's like the summers are hot. The winters are easy because you could just throw a hoodie on. Like, that's easy for me. But it's like during the summer, I never knew what to wear.
Yeah, but I think that's kind of for everyone anywhere. Like, I feel like summer fashion is never
No,
good.
I
It's
think
always pretty simple.
if you're a skinny girl, you can put on a freaking t-shirt, tank top, shorts, some sandals, and you're good to go. But when you got some extra weight on you, it's different.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you have to either layer or you have to be strategic with the way clothes fit.
Right. So you have to, you overthink it too. I overthink it. And I also want to keep my wife, or at the time my girlfriend, happy, because I wanted her to look at me and be like, "Oh, you look cute," or "You look nice." And Fern's not the easiest to get a compliment from.
Like the way she thought of you and complimented you when she saw you in a hat.
Oh, yeah. Yes, Jesus, you're gonna make my rosacea come out.
She was like, "Hey,
all
boo."
right. She told me I could holler at her. I was like,
all right.
Say less. Say less. Say less. I have to talk like that too, like, oh, say less. What's up, girl? The hey mamas.
The hey mamas. Oh God, that is not a fashion I'm
No,
into.
it's not. So yeah, Love Island is my inspiration.
So if you had to describe your style, how would you describe it?
I don't know. Tomboyish. I don't know. I don't know the label for it.
I definitely noticed that you've made a change, because Ava had a thing with polo shirts.
I did.
Like, she was obsessed with the polo shirt.
Because I think
even your wife had said, "God, Soli, please help her get out of these polo shirts."
Yeah, I love them.
And I was like, well, that's her thing. Like, we all have a signature thing, but I
Right.
get it. I understand. You want her to explore outside of the polo shirt.
Yeah.
Like, there are a lot of lesbians that kind of just stick to the button downs, and that's what they wear, and that's what they do. I'm not hating. I'm just saying there are other things you can wear.
Yeah. So I had to I had to get out of my comfort zone. The polos are still there. Don't get it twisted. They're
are.
there. I don't wear them as often anymore.
So have you noticed that you tend to look more for inspiration in the male genre of fashion versus female?
Yeah, because I haven't found a female that I am like, oh, I like their style, because a lot of the women that I do like their style, their body type isn't like mine at all. Not to say like a man's is, because obviously a man's body, they don't have boobs.
Yeah, or a big butt like you do.
Listen, I got some cake back there, but
You sure do.
On to see what I mean? See? I thought I was gonna have a good comeback. I didn't.
Nope.
But no, I like the way their style is. I feel like I tend to obviously find it's more relatable for me.
Yeah.
For others, it could be different. I know lesbians that are more on the tomboyish side, but they can pull off the feminine look and the masculine look. I don't believe I can really pull off the feminine look. I just feel like when I do dress up like that, I feel weird in it.
Well, because you're not comfortable. It's not like who you are.
Yeah, like for your wedding, I think that I was comfortable because it was like you had me in like slacks and like a blouse, and that's comfortable for me. But if you had me in like a dress, I think I'd be uncomfortable. Although I do it for you, but it just
I would never have you in a dress. I'm an avid believer. Like, if you let people wear whatever they want to wear, they're going to look their best and they're going to feel their best and they're going to have the best time. That's why, like, if I ever got married again, I would do the same thing. I'd be like, everybody just wear whatever the hell you want to wear, but stay in this color palette.
That makes
that's
sense.
it. I think you did the same thing for us for your wedding. Like,
I wanted you guys to be comfortable, especially, you and Priscilla. I wanted you guys to be comfortable, because it's easy for the dresses.
Yeah.
They could find a dress, but it's harder for women to find like a suit. And I think you and Priscilla, pulled it off.
And we looked like we were getting married. People were like,
People
are you guys getting married? We're like, no.
I had people commenting thinking the two of you were getting married.
I know.
I was like, no, wasn't their day.
Two typical lesbians in suits with bouquets.
Yeah, you guys did.
We totally, that picture for sure looked like we were getting married.
Yeah, it did.
That was pretty funny. Is there an article of clothing or fashion that you are obsessed with?
My shoes.
I knew it.
I love them.
I know.
of
You're
them.
you're a sneakerhead. How many pairs of shoes do you have?
I don't know, but they're not all at my house. They're at my mom's.
Okay, if you had to
too.
guesstimate,
5.
500?
No. Priscilla has like 500.
No way. I know P has some good style too, though.
Priscilla has.
P has some impeccable style and taste when it comes to
She's always had it. I think Priscilla, from the day I can remember to now, her style has always been great, and everyone's always complimented her style.
Yeah, she always knows, and she has like the perfect little body to
She
kind of
does.
dress. Like
She
even
does.
even when she says she's been fluffy, like I'm like, girl,
Stop it.
you'll still blow away in the wind.
She's gone through different hairstyles too.
She's gone through different, but mostly long hair.
Yeah, but straight, but then like flat iron. Did you ever see her with curly hair?
I think when I first met her, she had a curly
Yeah,
hair.
because her natural hair is curly.
Yeah, and then I remember when she chopped it all off,
That was the best. I loved it.
and I was like, oh my god, you cut all your hair off.
Yeah,
I
she could rock
I thought
it.
she looked great, but I think I want to say she didn't like it.
If I remember correctly, she may not have liked it at first, but I think she did. But you know what? That reminds me, we need to get her ass in here so she could tell us if she liked it or not.
Yeah, she's definitely going to be a
Priscilla's
guest because
got-
she
yeah.
has some really good, impeccable taste. She's also got some wild stories that we're going to make her tell us because she's
gonna
a
get
little
her
bit
drunk.
She's a little bit more on the reserved side, so we're going to have
yeah.
to wild her up.
We are. P's
Like
got
wild her up.
wind her up.
No, I know, but wild.
I don't see what I mean. You're making up your own shit now.
I am
You're like
because
the hybrid
we want
people.
we want to make her wild. So instead of wind her up, wild
Wild
her up.
All right. Now, okay. We're going to talk about how we're going to do that after.
We can't make it public because then she'll know and she'll be expecting it.
Yeah.
But she's got some good style. She's also somebody who borders the line of feminine and masculine
Oh, she
really
does a
well.
great job, yeah.
Because she can wear the femme stuff and she'll
Yes.
dress up femme sometimes. And she looks incredible. And
I
then there
agree.
are times when most of the time I think she's more on the sportier side.
Yeah.
But yeah, I definitely think she's someone to look up to for your fashion
I agree with you. And shoes
inspo.
and all that.
shoes. Yeah, she makes her own shoes, right?
Yeah. She just got a really good eye, I think.
Yeah.
She has a really good eye.
Definitely.
But what would you call your style? How'd you get your style? Because listen, I saw some pictures of you
Oh dear God.
that I have on a camera roll. And we went from...
Listen, we've all had.
No, your hairstyles. We went from the low ponytail.
Yeah.
We went to the short hair. We went to the blonde tips. Remember the blonde? Like you
Oh
had
yeah. No, I had like a skunk
a
on one
skunk,
side.
a skunk. And then your fashion was like,
Yeah.
yeah, I remember these things.
Always different. Yeah. I mean, okay, so my style is ever evolving.
Yes, but that's good though.
When I was younger, I was definitely much more into basketball attire. So it was basketball shorts, t-shirts, baggy clothes, sports bras, up until I was probably
Like
about...
sports bras with the baggy shorts.
No. I was always I was a fluffier kid. So I had a lot of extra fluff on me that I had to cover up with big t-shirts and big sweaters. So no, never just in a sports bra. So I basically transitioned, I guess I would say, into a different style of clothing. I feel like you always kind of change what you wear based on the crowd you hang out with.
Yeah, I could see
So
that.
I went from being a big tomboy, very big baggy clothes, also because I was really insecure with my body. And I remember always wearing a sports bra because I had big boobs and I hated them. So I would try to like smash them down as much as I could. And then I would say probably about senior year or junior year in high school, I started to become more comfortable in my sexuality. So I started to explore more, but that's when I started to go through what I like to call my thug life.
Oh, you were a thug.
That's when I would wear like, the Timberlands and the Aniche and Echo and all that good stuff. FUBU, all that good stuff. That quickly transitioned into like my skater phase.
Yes, I remember your skater phase.
That's when I had the
remember
ponytail.
that. Yes.
So then I did the skater phase for a little while. That's when I was hanging out with Heather because Heather kind of had that vibe too.
Heather totally had that vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I remember, didn't she have a tattoo that like, I think
Yeah, she got I think she still has it, the star, right? With the checkered pattern inside.
Yeah, everybody had that star.
Yeah, so she and I had similar style in that sense, like, the Dickies and the skater stuff.
Did you guys know how to skate?
I didn't. I think she might have.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I didn't for sure. I did not. So I knew how to rollerblade, but that's about it.
Girl.
So I then transitioned more into like my emo phase. And when I transitioned more into the emo phase, that's when I had that funky hairstyle.
I remember I remember the vest you'd wear.
Oh my God, I would wear vests all the time. Oh dear God.
You would.
But yeah, it was the emo phase. It was kind of like a little bit of a grunge rock kind of look.
And the mascara.
But that's when I started to wear makeup. So that's when I started to get a little bit more comfortable in my femininity. That's when I started to wear a regular bra. And I let go of the sports bra because I didn't want the uni boob. So I was like, yeah, this uni boob thing is not cute. So I said, I need a separation.
Yeah.
So I started to like look for bras that were minimizers, but also felt comfortable. And, and I found the bra.
The bra.
The bra.
Yeah, you referred the bra to me too.
Yeah. Especially for big chested women. For those that want to know, just hit me up. I'll send you a link. So I transitioned basically into this more kind of punky style, but not punky, but like, I guess I would say more, I would call it emo. This more emo style. I would wear makeup and all that. And I was getting a little bit more into that kind of vibe. And I always wore a ton of jewelry. Jewelry's always been my thing.
Yeah. I've always loved your jewelry that you've worn.
Yeah, I've always been somebody who's worn a lot of jewelry, especially bracelets. Like I mean, this is small, but I used to have a much bigger stack. And now I would say I've embraced my femininity a lot more, but I like to call myself androgynous. Like, I don't think that I am too masc, nor am I femme at all. I have this like fine line of unisex that I like. Like, I shop some women's clothes, I shop some men's clothes. I think because I have a very small lower body, I don't necessarily have hips or a butt. So for me, it's easy to fit into, women's pants and men's pants very similarly. The tops is where I struggle because I tend to be bigger chested, so I have a hard time. But now I've kind of embraced. Also, I've lost weight, so I'm more comfortable in my skin. But I would say I'm more androgynous. I've had a hard time finding lesbians whom I admire as far as fashion. Like, people that like you want to look up and see what styles they have, how to emulate their vibe. I can't find anybody. Like, I have found two people, one of which is actually a lesbian whom I think she's a lesbian, whom I like her style, but she's also rail thin and can pull anything off.
Oh, is it the one from the L word?
No. This girl, her name I think is like Tasia Von Ree, something like that. She's an artist, photographer, painter, sculptor, whatever. But she has this really cool, unique style. She always wears like these hats and, she's got this cool vibe. She's a cool girl. She's also super thin. So the things that she can wear, I can't wear. I'm not skinny like that.
Right.
She's like, no boobs, no butt, no nothing. So I kind of take little bits and pieces from different people that I admire. But I guess recently my main inspo has been Jeremiah Brent, that guy that I told you about, but he's a gay guy.
This is your boo. This is like your ultimate boo.
He has the best style. And it's funny because we have a lot of similarities in the sense that like he both love jewelry. He wears a ton of jewelry. So I'm like, okay, I like that too. He's got similar kind of hair styles. I mean, he's obviously a guy, so his hair is different. I found that that's been my go-to as far as like looking for inspo. It's been between Tasia and Jeremiah.
I haven't found any either. I just want to look cool.
Yeah, I think it's more about like finding what fits your body.
Yeah.
And what you feel comfortable in, and also what speaks to your personality. So I think your new vibe totally speaks to your personality.
Thank you for appreciating the fact that I changed because you and Fernanda ganged up on my polos.
I mean, I'm just saying the polos, I think it was time to retire some of those.
They were. No, we had a good run.
Yeah.
We had a really good run. I had a lot of different colors in them. And now, here we are. And
here we are. Now we're wearing different necklines.
Different necklines because I lost a little bit of weight. So I feel like I could do it.
Weight definitely plays into your fashion and how you feel, what you feel comfortable in.
The polos, what it was doing for me, it was hiding, I think, how big I probably was, then. And now that I feel like I have a neck. I feel like I can wear I could do things different. And I honestly feel so much better in clothes than I did before. I take constructive criticism well when it's delivered a certain way because I am sensitive.
She's a Cancer.
I am. Shout out to all my Cancers.
To all the sensitive Cancers out there.
But we feel, baby, we feel.
You certainly do.
We do. So I think that constructive criticism played a big role because I did want Fernanda to feel good being next to me and vice versa. You
got to look good for your Puma. I mean, you're a Cougar. She's a Cougar. You're the Puma.
Are you sure there's not another word for it? I have to be a Puma?
Yeah, you're the Puma. Hold on. Yes, you are the Puma because you are dating somebody who is younger than you.
Yeah.
A Cougar dates... No.
Oh, you had it wrong this whole time.
I had it wrong.
So I'm the
You're
Cougar.
the Cougar.
I'm the Cougar.
You're the Cougar. She's the Puma. So you're dating... She is dating somebody who is older than her.
Yeah.
So she's going for the Cougars.
You said it plural, so she's going for more than one.
No, but I mean she's going for the Cougar, meaning you. You're going for the Pumas, meaning her.
Yeah. She pounced on me.
She pounced on you. Is this the first girl you've ever, now married, but dated who was younger than you?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. What's the age difference?
Oh, I don't want to. There's no number. Age is nothing but a number. I don't want to. I don't like to talk about it, but there's an age difference there.
But why don't you like to talk about it? Is there a sensitive subject? Is there an insecurity about it?
Yeah, because it makes me feel weird that
Why? Men do it all the time.
Yeah, I don't know, but I don't like how it doesn't make me feel I don't feel like I accomplished something by dating someone younger. I don't. I feel
no, I don't think you're supposed to accomplish
but
something.
I don't feel I just hate talking about the number, how many years apart we are. I just like to say she's younger, I'm older.
Okay.
It's a thing.
See, here's my thing. My thing is if you're dating somebody who is younger or older than you, I think I really truly believe age is just a number, depending on the age gap and where you are in life. So if you're somebody who's in your 20s and you're dating somebody who's in their 30s or 40s, you're going to feel that difference, that age difference. If you're somebody who's in their 40s and this person's in their 30s, then you're not really going to feel the age difference so much. Or 40s and 50s, you're not going to feel the age difference so much. I think once you start getting older, the age gap doesn't seem as prominent, in my opinion.
Once you get older, though.
Right. But when you're in your 20s or early 30s, that's the most pivotal time in your life.
Right.
And that, I think, is a huge age difference between you and somebody who's older. I mean, even 5 years is a big difference, let alone 10 or 13 or more.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's how it was. And I feel in certain areas, we did feel that. We definitely did feel that. And there are times where she was probably damn, I was fucking boring. Because little did she know how wild I actually was.
But see, I never thought of you as boring. Even now,
I'm not boring, right?
No, you're not boring.
Yeah,
I'm boring. You're not boring.
I'm not boring at all. Maybe I was just tired earlier than she was. Well, but no, but I mean, this is just my assumption on what I think that she thought. But I do know that we felt the age difference in certain scenarios. Sometimes I'm hey, I don't think this is a good idea. And she'd be I'm going to do what I want. Friends, I'm going to do what I want.
Yeah, but I think that's also because you have the experience
and
that she doesn't have.
Right.
and the maturity that she doesn't quite have yet.
Right.
Like, though I will say Fern has been through a lot and she's definitely had to grow up very quickly.
Yes,
so
she
I can
did.
see why you would feel a connection towards somebody who is so much younger. But I personally, like, I'm into older women.
So you're the Puma.
I'm the Puma, yes.
Right, and then-
I'm into older
So you
women.
like older women. Why do you,
I've-
why do you feel like you like older women though?
I've always dated older, whether it's a year to, I don't know, 6, 8. I think 8's probably the oldest I've gone, 8 or 9 years. I don't know. I've just always been attracted to more mature women.
Okay.
I think for me, also because I'm an old soul and I'm not the youngin'. I'm not the one who's, even when I was young, I wasn't the one that was at the club partying it up and being wild and
I
getting
have pictures,
insane.
though.
I
I have
mean,
pictures
yes,
of
I
you at the
had my
club.
moment, but literally till I was like 24 and then it all just ended. So for me, I think I've always just connected with older people. Like, I feel like I'm an old soul. Like, for me, 9 p.m., being in bed, watching TV is my jam.
Do you think that had to do with the fact that you have siblings, that there's such a huge age gap that growing up, it wasn't like they were taking you out and partying?
No, but I mean, they were taking me out. But no, because my sister, Tatiana is way younger than I am in a lot of ways. Like, I'm the one who's taking her and pulling her out of the nightclubs.
I want to go to a nightclub.
I'm the
with
one
Tati.
that's like, we gotta go, and she's in her 50s, you know, like, we gotta go, it's time to go, it's bedtime for me, you know. So I don't think, that's why I think, and if you, I mean, you knew my mom, but my mom she passed at 66. Tomorrow's her birthday, actually. She would have been 78. And I guarantee you that woman would have been partying just as much as she was at 66 at 78.
And I would have been with her.
To me, it's like there is no age where I feel like you have to go, oh, it's time to reel it in because I'm an old lady now. As somebody who was raised by obviously older sisters, and my mother was older when she had me, I don't know, maybe it's like a mommy issue thing. I have no idea, but I like older women. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not going to be out there dating like an 80-something-year-old lady. I mean, when I'm 40, but,
Yeah.
you know, I mean, I don't discriminate. I tend to find older women more attractive. I tend to be attracted to them not only just physically, but mentally and emotionally. Yeah. So for me, I tend to like older women. A lot of times people don't realize that the person who is the older one tends to be the more childish one, and the one that is the younger one tends to be the more mature one sometimes.
That is so rude to say.
I'm just saying.
I thought you were going to say like the older one tends to be the more outgoing and fun one. No.
It is.
Took a left and said childish.
It is, but sometimes she can be a little childish.
Well, let me be. I have one life to live, and I just love to have a good time. And if the music is good, listen, count me in.
Yeah, you and my sister will be dancing the night away.
I'm here.
Fern and I will be like, it's time to go.
Yeah, she'll leave, or you'll kick me out. She'll leave, but me.
9 p.m., everybody's got to go.
I know, boo. I know. It's all right. It's all right. You know what? At least you stick to your structure.
I'm honest.
You know, you stick to your structure.
I'm honest.
Can't be mad at that, you little bull.
You can't be mad at that.
Can't be mad.
Nope. I like what I like. I'm all about the party until I'm not.
That I know.
And then y'all got to get the fuck out.
I hope we can recreate your 40th birthday again one day, because that was a lot. That was the fun.
Oh, that was so much fun.
That I remember.
Okay, but I don't like this whole like, oh, the fun side of you. I feel like I'm fun regardless, whether I'm out there having fun or I am not having fun.
Yeah, I'll say this. You have become more fun as the years have gone by. But there was a period of time where, no, you were not. You were not fun. I'm like, Soli, come, let's take a shot. I'm not taking a shot. I'm not doing that.
Oh, because I just wasn't like, I wasn't
but now,
in it.
Right before we shot this, you said you wanted a shot.
Well, because I felt like I needed to, loosen up. I've
But
it's been a tense time.
A tense time, yeah. To say the least.
For numerous reasons.
To say the least.
Yeah.
But here we are. Okay, so now that we've established who the Cougars are and who the Pumas are, although I wish there was like another name and it wasn't like Pumas. Like, couldn't it be cheetahs?
I have a feeling a cheetah is something we don't even know.
Oh, really?
Because
what about a jaguar?
We are a little bit on the outdated side, so there are things that we don't know about.
Well,
like this whole hybrid thing.
Shut the fuck up with that shit. The fucking hybrid.
The hybrid. There's like a whole bunch of other terms that I'm not aware of and a lot of labels that I don't know about. So I'm
not conforming to this hybrid bullshit.
So I don't want to speak on that.
All right, well, fine. Pumas, Cougars.
A cheetah. If you know what a cheetah is, let us know.
A cheetah. She's a cheetah.
She's a cheetah.
I'm reformed. I'm a reformed cheetah.
Cheetah.
Fuck.
Oh no. Have you ever dated an older woman?
No, I don't think so. I've always been the same age. Fernanda's the only exception to the rule.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Fernanda's the golden one.
The golden one.
The golden goose.
The golden puma.
Yeah, I hate that. I don't like that animal for her. Because you know what? I keep associating it with the shoe. I'm having a hard time.
It's not the shoe.
I'm having a hard time. I know it's not the shoe, but it's like when I think of a puma, I'm thinking of pumas. And I don't like pumas.
Pumas are actually like, I think they're like majestic animals or something. There's like a whole thing about pumas.
Well, I'm going to go home and open my encyclopedia and read about pumas.
Yeah, you should. You're going to realize how much they have in common there. The pumas and
Fern?
And your puma.
Fern's. All right. I'm really going to look up pumas.
I really wonder why they call them cougars and pumas, though.
Yeah, because do cougars just like manhandle the young?
I don't know, but I don't mind being manhandled by a cougar.
Okay, save that. We have a whole sex episode coming out. Today's not the day. I didn't drink anything.
We didn't drink anything. Not even enough. We just didn't drink anything.
I didn't drink anything. I'm fresh from Miami. I'm detoxing.
You are fresh from. How was Miami?
It was wonderful.
A lot of pumas and cougars?
I don't look. I'm married. Eyes on the golden puma that I have.
Good job.
Good job. You were setting me up. She probably told you to ask me some shit like that. No, Miami was great. I'm happy to be back, but it was great.
All right, I think we're going to wrap it up here with the Cougars and Pumas, and we're going to call it an episode.
Call it an episode.
And we will catch you guys on the next one. Thank you so much for listening or watching. Please, please, please subscribe if you're not subscribed to our YouTube channel. Hit that like. Also, leave us a rating.
Yes,
we
please.
greatly appreciate it. Please. 5 stars. And yeah, send us your questions and we will try to answer them, or topics that you guys want to hear us talk about, because we are definitely trying to get more topics that might interest you guys. I know we did a post, but please let us know. Send us an email, send us a text message, send us a pigeon, whatever the hell you want to send us. Let us know. We are open. We'll catch you guys on the next one. Thank you so much for listening. Later, booze.
Bye, booze.